Good afternoon on the, what day is it? 14th September, 1409-2024. Saturday pancake, something to do while it's a miserable day outside. Take a cup full of self-raising flour and add a tablespoonful of sugar. We also want a little bit baking soda, just to give it a little bit rise. So I would put in about that much. If you're using a teaspoon, it's a teaspoonful, just to give it a bit extra rise. These are the sort of dry ingredients. I also want 1 egg, please. Thank you, Andy. And a cup of milk. So what we do is we take the dry ingredients, we'll give that a mix up. We'll put the baking soda in as well. Baking powder, sorry, and give that all a mix up. We then add the milk, we then add the egg, and although I don't like, I can't remember his bloody name again, that Jamie chef guy who uses a lot of, well, olive oil with every bloody thing he cooks. I've got no problems with olive oil, but in very, very small amounts. It's good to add olive oil to this recipe. It just combines everything really well. So I would suggest that you put in maybe about a teaspoonful. This stuff is, I used it when I was in athletics. This was my rub down oil. This is what I used to rub all my muscles. Which is important to keep the muscles supple. And this was the stuff I used as olive oil. It also makes a very good hair tonic. If you spend lots and lots of money on bloody hair conditioning and bloody things of your hair, well, just put rub a little bit of olive oil in your hands and put that through your hair and leave it for an hour. That will sort out your hair, I promise you. You look like a bloody greasy chip for a long time, but at the same time your hair will be very manageable. So where are we, Annie? Oh yes, I'll set up my camping stove here, the gas, because the gas is better for cooking pancakes than it is electric. I've got a frying pan, I put a bit of oil there, olive oil, not bloody cooking oil. I hate cooking oil, I don't have it in the house. I've never ever used cooking oil. It's really, really bad for you, and too much olive oil in your body is bad for you, believe it or not, and too much of anything actually when you think about it. So as you can see, I've mixed it all together. You don't want a batter that's too thin, otherwise, well, you might think it's easier to manage, but it's not. It causes the pancakes to thin out in the pan. So that's the right consistency for you, my people. The light's not very good, so can you see that? That's my batter. And meanwhile, I've chopped up some apples. Remember to keep the cores for the blackbirds. I've added a little bit of sugar. What's this here? And yes, it's a bit of the apple. Chopped that up, I'll put that on a very slow heat. I'll add a little bit of lemon juice to that, just to give it a bit kick. And what we'll do is cook that off, and that will go with pancakes later. So that's the secret there. So on to the heat. What we want to do, Annie, is, well, this will go in, this is a contraption for making perfectly round fried eggs, if you want to be OCD about your fried eggs. But what I'll do is I'll use that as my base for the pancakes, you see. And now I'm looking for ignition point. Let's take this off, Annie. And if you want to light this, shall we? And we put this on the heat. Don't burn it, keep it at a very low heat. But it's much better to use gas, in my opinion at least, than it is electric for these cooking things. There we go. Let me just show you, once this heats up a little bit, what's happening. Let me put the camera down for a second, please, Eddie. And remember, as I say often, try and keep things tidy as you go along. It makes life easier. So we want that just to, you know, gurgle away its own speed. The extra baking powder makes the consistency a bit more bubbly, so that's why you see that bubbles. But that's good. You want it quite light, and you don't want to mix this too much, too often. You know, sorry, for too long. Otherwise, the air escapes. But this is the pancake cooking on one side, and as you can see, it's in a perfectly decent. What do you call it, Eddie? Well, if you want to be OCD about your eggs, as I say, that's the thing to use. So where are we? You want to make sure this is all right for turning any. Not easy doing this anyway, you've got a camera in your hand, is it? That's the sort of idea you want. Perfectly round pancake, any. And I need to slap on that extension, can't speak, extractor fan to get rid of the steam and smoke and stuff. But that's the idea. I've already got my apples on. Let me just have a quick check. So they'll stew down their own time. And then we just go through each process. You can use a ladle, like a soup ladle, to take this stuff out, or you can use a cup, or you can just do what chefs do and just judge it by eye. Make sure any spillages are cleaned up immediately. If you've got any fresh things, always clean it right away, Andy, because that way it saves a lot of work later on. Plus, you don't want to be burning your pancakes. They're meant to be light and fluffy. So that's it, looking pretty good, Annie. And best show the people what it's like inside as well, please, Andrew. So we'll take this off for a moment. I'll do the rest of them myself, you see. Let me have a quick peek at this this one here, okay. So that's us here, Annie, and we'll put some butter on here to make ourselves delicious little afternoon snack. We'll show the viewers at home that the pancake is lovely. And what else was I going to say? Oh yes, I forgot to mention, you should put a pinch of salt in here. And what I would say I put in a tablespoonful of sugar. It could do with just being a little bit more sweeter. Although I tend not to sweeten things too much. It's a problem we've got in society that everywhere you bloody go, everything's sweeter than it should be. So you end up with that feeling like, oh, that's not sweet. But it's the correct recipe. So I'm going to have a munch at this, please. And then I'll finish off the remaining pancakes. And in the evening, I'll take some of that stewed apple and I'll pop it on the pancake with perhaps I'll mix some of my round jelly which I made last week, which is still to talk about and load on to my channel. So I'll look forward to doing that very soon. But meanwhile, enjoy your pancakes if you're making some. Thank you very much. So even though it's mid-September, not Shrove Tuesday in February, we still have to toss the pancake out, don't we? Yes, we do, Andy. But there we go. So I'll just work my way through the pancakes and get them all done and toasted. That's okay, that one. And we'll go for the next one, Andy. We might forsake that contraption, although it keeps it in a nice circular, uniform shape. But if you want pancakes which take up the whole base of the frying pan, and then we can roll them up and stuff like that, and put honey or whatever we want onto them, you know. I mean, the preparation time on this is absolutely minimal. And as I said already, if you keep organised, you have little washing up. And this is all very good, Annie, isn't it? Keep that all firm there. Something to do for 20 minutes on a day. And I say a cup of milk, 1 egg, a little bit of salt, tablespoonful of sugar, cup of flour, and self-raising flour, then you just need a little amount of baking powder. If it's plain flour, then you need to maybe do a tablespoonful of baking powder, and that's it really. And stir up. You don't ball it with bloody electric whisks and all this sort of nonsense. You just want a quick thing to do, and as I say, the olive oil, just a little touch around there, that's enough. All you need. You do not use sunflower or vegetable oil. Keep away from that stuff. And anyway, I think you get the picture. So that's the apples all stewed off. I put in some lime juice, and the sugars in there will turn that into a syrup anyway. But what I'll do, this is my round jelly, which I've been using this week, quite a lot of actually, because I've got loads. But that's my round jelly that I made on, well, the early part of this week. And so we'll put that in, and that will sweeten up as well. So I'll leave everything, and there's the pancakes which I've done. I'm afraid I've scoffed a couple of ones, but on the whole they're all looking pretty good. Look. So you can see they're pretty good pancakes. So 5 minutes work, and this is what you can produce. And what I'll do is I'll zip out and get some ice cream from the store, and I'll have a pancake with the apples and ice cream all together after my dinner tonight and tomorrow night, just for something different, a little treat for all my hard work this week. So hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I'll show you the plated up variety once I'm ready to do so.